The streets are on fire, the blogs can't keep up. And fans are losing their minds because the truth about why Yungeen Ace got locked up has finally surfaced. And let me tell you, it's darker, messier, and more shocking than anyone imagined at first. The headlines just said, "Arrest, routine. Another rapper in handcuffs." But the real story? Oh no, it's not routine at all. We're talking about leaked surveillance footage. Cryptic text messages that insiders swear are connected to the case. And whispers of a setup so dirty it has even Ace's closest friends pointing fingers at each other. Social media exploded the second word got out. Hashtags like #FreeAce and #AceExposed started trending simultaneously. And fans can't agree. Is he a victim of betrayal from within his own camp? Or did the receipts finally catch up with him? And just when people thought this was about one charge, one night, one mistake, boom. Leaked court documents hit the blogs, teasing a string of incidents stretching back months. People who were smiling in a circle days ago are now suspiciously quiet. And the silence is speaking louder than words. This isn't just about Yungeen Ace getting locked up. This is about loyalty, betrayal, and a truth that could shake his entire empire. Stick with me, because what I'm about to break down will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Yungeen Ace. The story of why Yungeen Ace got locked up isn't just another rapper arrest. No, this one has layers: betrayal, hidden evidence, shocking leaks, and a trail of receipts that make it feel like we're watching a live-action soap opera in the streets. Fans thought they knew what happened. The headlines painted it as routine police activity. But the truth? It's a tangled web of lies, loyalty tests, and jaw-dropping leaks that exploded all over the internet. It all started with a late-night traffic stop at least. That's what the official report claims. Police say they pulled over a vehicle connected to a suspicious incident. But almost instantly, blogs were whispering that car wasn't randomly stopped. Insiders swear it was tracked for weeks and that this wasn't about a busted taillight or reckless driving. This was a calculated move. When Ace was seen being led away in cuffs, phones were already out, cameras flashing, clips flooding Instagram Live. The streets lit up. Fans flooded comments. They targeted him, one wrote. Another, somebody close to Ace set him up. But within hours, it wasn't just speculation anymore. A grainy surveillance video leaked. ALLEGEDLY showing Ace in a heated confrontation days before his arrest. That footage, shaky but clear enough, showed Ace in a parking lot, surrounded by people who were supposed to be his friends. Voices were raised, hand gestures flying, and one insider claimed it was all over missing money. $30,000 to be exact. That's when the word betrayal entered the chat. Was Ace locked up because of a crime? Or because someone in his camp wanted him out of the picture? The blogs couldn't keep up. One outlet posted screenshots of alleged text messages between Ace and a so-called business partner. The messages hinted at pressure, shady deals, and Ace calling out someone for stealing. Fans zoomed in on the timestamps. These weren't old texts. They were from days before the arrest. One line sent chills across social media. "If I go down, you're going with me." That message was supposedly from Ace himself. Now here's where it gets messy. Within 24 hours of those screenshots dropping, another bomb hit: leaked court documents. A blogger dropped PDFs claiming they came directly from someone inside the DA's office. These documents didn't just mention Ace's arrest that night. They outlined a pattern of behavior connected to ongoing investigations. Translation: this wasn't one slip-up. Authorities were building a case for months, maybe longer. The streets reacted instantly. On Twitter, #FreeAce started trending. But so did #AceExposed. People were split. Was he being set up? Or had the evidence finally caught up to him? And while fans argued, Charleston White jumped in, going live with one of his signature rants. "These rappers always hollerin' loyalty," he barked. "Ain't no loyalty in these streets." Yungeen Ace thought them boys was his brothers, but one of them singing to the police louder than a church choir. His words went viral, stirring the pot even more. Meanwhile, Ace's silence only fueled speculation. Usually quick to hop on IG Live and address drama head-on, this time he stayed quiet. No posts, no tweets, no lives, just silence. And that silence, it screamed. Fans flooded his last post, writing, "If you innocent, speak up." Others defended him, saying his lawyers probably told him to stay quiet. But the longer the silence dragged on, the louder the whispers became. Then came the real bombshell. A leaked jailhouse audio clip. Just 35 seconds, but enough to send shockwaves. In the clip, a voice allegedly Ace's could be heard saying, "They think I don't know who snitched, but I know. I'm not gonna say it now, but they know I know. It's family. It's blood." That one sentence flipped everything upside down. Fans immediately began speculating. Who was he talking about? A cousin? A brother? Someone in his inner circle? Because Ace wasn't just saying he'd been betrayed, he was saying it was family. That clip had people screaming online. Imagine doing all that time with your brother only for him to turn on you. One fan tweeted. Another wrote, "This ain't even about the law no more. This is about betrayal." To make things worse, within hours of the audio dropping, a blurry screenshot surfaced a supposed witness statement. It wasn't confirmed, but the internet ran with it anyway. The statement allegedly came from someone very close to Ace, describing his movements in detail leading up to the arrest. Fans swore it was his own cousin who gave the police that intel. If that was true, the betrayal was deeper than anyone expected. But here's the kicker. The blog started teasing that the cousin didn't just snitch. He had receipts. A hacker page popped up on Twitter with a post. "We have the messages. 24 hours and the world will know who really set up Yungeen Ace." The countdown began as all this chaos unfolded online. The streets of Jacksonville were on edge. Ace's crew went silent. His brothers stopped posting. And his girl made one cryptic post on IG, a black screen with the words, "Everybody not solid." That alone had fans convinced the betrayal angle was 100% real. Meanwhile, TMZ-style outlets ran wild with another twist. Ace's arrest wasn't even the main story. According to insider leaks, the arrest was connected to a bigger investigation involving multiple rappers in Florida. This wasn't just about Ace. He was one piece in a puzzle that could take down an entire circle. That's when celebrities started chiming in. Boosie went live saying, "Man, they targeting all these young rappers. They don't want M to win." 50 Cent made a cryptic post, a meme of Ace in handcuffs with the caption, "Every saint got a past. Every sinner got a future." Fans couldn't tell if he was defending Ace or mocking him, but either way, it went viral. And then, as if things couldn't get wilder, a grainy video surfaced. It showed Ace in what looked like the same parking lot confrontation from before. But this time, the audio was clear enough to hear him yelling, "If you stealing from me, just say it. Don't play me like I'm stupid." It's a video cut off right before the argument turned physical. The timing of this leak had fans convinced somebody was intentionally feeding the narrative by the end of the week. The situation spiraled out of control. Hashtags battled each other, celebrities were picking sides, and fans were glued to every leak, like it was an episode of Love. And hip-hop mixed with power. But the loudest chatter came from that countdown, the hacker page promising to reveal the real snitch, and right as the clock hit 0. The page dropped one screenshot, a blurry iMessage thread. The name at the top, a family member of Ace's. The messages hinted at conversations with an unknown contact, saying things like, "He moves sloppy. I got all the details. What's the payout?" Fans lost their minds. If true, this wasn't just betrayal. This was a setup for money. And just as people started piecing it together, the hacker page posted one last cryptic line. "This is only part 1. The real truth is still coming. The real truth is still coming." When that hacker page dropped the iMessage screenshot, the internet went into a frenzy. The name at the top wasn't blurred enough. Fans swore they recognized it as one of Ace's own blood relatives, someone who'd been by his side since day one. Comments exploded. Not his cousin Brr. Not family doing him like this. Others refused to believe it, saying the screenshot had to be fake. But before anyone could even finish arguing, the hackers came back with more. They posted an audio file, 38 seconds of muffled conversation. 2 voices. One belonged to Ace's cousin, clear as day. The other, unknown. In the clip, the cousin says, "Yeah, I told them where he be. They watching him now. Just make sure I get mine when it's over." The unknown voice replies, "Say less. We take care of people who help us." That was all it took. The internet lost its mind. Twitter exploded with hashtags. Hashtag cousin exposed. Hashtag free Ace. Hashtag blood snitch. People posted side-by-side photos of Ace with his cousin at past shows and family cookouts. Captions like, "Imagine smiling in your brother's face while plotting his downfall." The betrayal hit fans hard because Ace always rapped about loyalty, about family being everything. Now it looked like the one closest to him had handed him to the wolves. And if you thought the blogs were going to let this pass quietly, think again. Within hours, gossip sites were posting leaked DMs, allegedly showing Ace confronting his cousin days before the arrest. In one exchange, Ace supposedly wrote, "You moving funny. I feel it." The cousin responded, "Stop being paranoid. I got your back." That alone had fans screaming betrayal at the highest level. Meanwhile, Charleston White came back with another viral live, laughing into the camera. "Didn't I tell y'all? The biggest threat ain't the police, it's your own damn family." Yungeen Ace out here thinking his ops was strangers, but nah, it's cousin bloodline selling him out for a check. His rant racked up 1 million views in under 24 hours, fanning the flames of chaos. But then came the most jaw-dropping leak yet. Court documents, unredacted this time. The hacker page claimed they got them from a friend in the clerk's office. These documents included statements tying Ace's cousin directly to the investigation. One line stood out. Confidential witness number 3 provided detailed accounts of suspects, daily routine, and known associates. The date matched exactly to when Ace had been arrested. The betrayal was confirmed. Fans couldn't believe it. Instagram was flooded with memes, Ace's face with captions like, "Family ain't family no more." TikTokers made skits reenacting the cousin snitching for cash. Twitter threads broke down timelines like it was an FBI investigation. Everyone wanted answers. How long had the cousin been working with authorities? Why? And most importantly, what was the payout? That's when another twist hit. The hackers dropped screenshots of Cash App transactions. Thousands of dollars flowing from an unknown account to Ace's cousin in the weeks leading up to the arrest. Each payment had cryptic notes like "job done" or "appreciate you." Fans were stunned. It wasn't just speculation anymore. This looked like receipts. Meanwhile, Ace remained silent in jail. But another audio clip leaked. This time, a phone call between him and someone on the outside. Ace's voice was tight with anger. "He think I don't know, but I know. When I get out, everybody gone, see who really solid. You can't hide from the truth." That line lit up the internet. People felt it in their bones. Ace was calling out the cousin directly, now promising revenge. But things took an even darker turn. A popular blog claimed to have spoken with someone close to the cousin, who alleged he only cooperated with authorities because he was being pressured. They had him on some charges too, the blog claimed. They told him if he gave them Ace, they'd make his case disappear. If true, this wasn't just betrayal, it was blackmail. And that nuance divided fans even further. Some said the cousin was a snake regardless. Others argued he was forced into it. But nobody could deny that. Ace's empire was crumbling from within. The story got so big that even mainstream media started covering it. CNN ran a segment titled "The Dark Side of Loyalty in Hip Hop: When Family Betrays." Newspapers were quoting tweets from fans, using the story as an example of the pressures young rappers face in the spotlight. Suddenly, Yungeen Ace wasn't just a rapper in cuffs. He was the centerpiece of a national conversation about loyalty, betrayal, and survival. And the celebrity reactions kept pouring in. Boozy doubled down, saying, "I told y'all, they use people closest to you against you. That's how they take you down." Meek Mill tweeted, "This why you gotta move smart. Everybody not built for the streets." Even DJ Academics couldn't resist, going live to break down every leaked file like it was an episode of CSI. But nothing compared to the bombshell that dropped next. The hackers teased the full video. Up until now, fans had only seen snippets, blurry surveillance clips, shaky parking lot footage, grainy screenshots. But now, the hackers promised they had the entire recording of what went down the night before Ace's arrest. They posted a 15-second teaser. In it, you see Ace standing in that parking lot again, arguing with a group of people. The camera angle shifts, showing his cousin standing off to the side, texting rapidly. The caption on the teaser, "Look closely. He's texting the cops right here." Fans went insane. Comments poured in. "This is like a movie." His own cousin calling the cops in real time. "I need the full footage now." The hype was unbearable. Every blog, every YouTube channel, every Instagram gossip page was on fire. Everyone was waiting for the hackers to drop the full clip. And then, just when anticipation peaked, the hackers posted one chilling message. "If you think the cousin was the only one involved, you're wrong. This goes deeper, way deeper." That single line flipped the entire narrative again. Suddenly, fans weren't just debating the cousin, they were asking who else was in on it. Was this part of a bigger conspiracy? Were other family members involved? Was this a setup from inside his crew? Or was it orchestrated from the top, with cops using family ties as leverage to dismantle Ace's empire? By the end of the week, the streets weren't just buzzing, they were boiling. Jacksonville was tense, social media was flooded with theories, and fans across the world were glued to every leak. But one thing was certain, this wasn't over. The cousin might have been exposed. But the hackers were hinting that someone even closer, someone with even more power, was about to be revealed, and just as people thought the chaos couldn't escalate further, the hackers posted one final teaser. A black screen with white text that read, "Tomorrow, midnight. The real truth drops." The name nobody expected. The world held its breath when midnight hit. Fans were glued to their phones like it was a season finale. The hacker page went live, dropping the file everyone had been waiting for, the full, uncut video of the night before Yungeen Ace's arrest. Within minutes, clips were everywhere, reposted, re-edited, dissected frame by frame. The video begins in the parking lot where we'd already seen fragments Ace standing in the middle of a heated confrontation. His voice sharp, his hands moving with frustration. Surrounding him are several people, but the camera lingers on one figure, his cousin. You can see him off to the side, texting frantically. The camera zooms in. Clear as day, the messages light up. "He's here now. Send them." The comment section of the leak exploded instantly. Bro was texting the cops live. He snitched in real time. Unreal. Others pointed out the timestamp. The texts matched exactly with the moment the police arrived in the original arrest video. But just when fans thought they'd seen it all, the video continued. After the police pulled up and chaos erupted, the camera caught something no one expected. Another figure stepped out from the shadows, moving quickly toward the cops. And when the face came into focus, the internet froze. It wasn't just the cousin. It was one of Ace's longtime childhood friends, someone he'd mentioned in countless interviews as day one. The betrayal wasn't just family. It was friendship. The friend could be seen speaking directly to the officers, pointing toward Ace, gesturing emphatically. Fans slowed the video down, reading lips. "That's him. That's the one you want." The internet went nuclear. Hashtag shifted overnight. Hashtag day one snake trended worldwide. Fans felt sick watching the betrayal unfold in 4K. One Twitter user wrote, "Imagine rapping about loyalty every track. And your day one's been feeding cops info the whole time. But the hackers weren't done. Minutes after the video dropped, they released a folder labeled Receipts. Inside were screenshots, audio clips, and financial records tying both the cousin and the friend to authorities. One jaw-dropping piece of evidence was an email thread. ALLEGEDLY, showing that the friend had been in contact with investigators for months, providing updates in exchange for immunity on his own charges. Fans were livid, so they'd been building a case using his own circle. One comment read. Another wrote, "They sacrificed Ace to save themselves. Pure treachery." Meanwhile, the cousin's social media accounts went private within hours. But the damage was done. Old pictures of him and Ace together were dragged across timelines, with captions like, "Smiling in your face while plotting behind your back." The friend stayed quiet too, but his name was trending nonstop. And fans vowed never to forgive. Charleston White wasted no time going live yet again, practically screaming into the camera, "I told y'all, loyalty don't exist no more. These boys sold Ace out for a couple dollars and a get-out-of-jail-free card. They worse than the cops themselves." His live hit 2 million views in less than a day, with thousands agreeing in the comments. But it wasn't just gossip pages fanning the flames. Major news outlets started reporting on the leaks. TMZ ran with the headline, "Shocking video shows Yungeen Ace betrayed by his own circle." Rolling Stone published a piece calling it one of the most devastating betrayals in modern hip-hop. Even CNN aired a segment, showing clips of fans protesting outside the jail, chanting, "Free Ace. Snakes in the grass." And then came the celebrity reactions. Boosie dropped a fiery Instagram video warning young rappers to watch your circle before they hurt you. Meek Mill tweeted, "Crazy world when family and friends selling you out to the feds." 21 Savage simply posted a snake emoji on his story, with Ace's name tagged underneath. Ace's silence during all of this only added fuel. Every day, fans begged for him to speak, to break the silence, to tell his side. But then, out of nowhere, another jailhouse call leaked. This time, it was a full 2 minutes long. In the clip, Ace's voice is heavy, calm, but filled with pain. "I knew it wasn't strangers. I knew it was my people. I let 'em eat with me, live with me, and they sold me out. But I ain't trippin'. God, don't sleep. Everybody gonna see what's real soon." The internet went crazy. His words were screen printed onto shirts, turned into memes, even used as TikTok soundtracks. But the real impact was emotional. Fans felt his heartbreak, his exhaustion, and his determination. To them, it was proof Ace wasn't broken, just biding his time. But then came the biggest twist yet. The hackers claimed they had one final file to release something that would blow the entire case wide open. They posted a teaser, a PDF labeled Master Agreement. When they dropped it, fans were stunned. The document appeared to be a cooperation deal signed by multiple parties. The cousin's name was on it. The friend's name was on it, but then there was a third signature. And this is where things spiraled. The third name wasn't blurred. It was allegedly someone even higher up in Ace's inner circle, his manager. The very person who handled his business, booked his shows, and was supposed to protect his career. Fans lost their minds. The manager, too. This man surrounded by snakes. The betrayal wasn't just personal now. It was professional. His entire empire, from family to friends to management, was implicated in the setup. Theories exploded online. Some believed the manager cut a deal to protect himself from federal charges. Others thought he was pressured. But the documents showed payouts, meeting notes, and specific instructions for how to control the narrative after Ace's arrest. This wasn't just betrayal, it was a coordinated takedown by the weekend. Social media was on fire. #FreeAce protests spread beyond Jacksonville, with fans in New York, Atlanta, and even LA marching with signs. Rap blogs declared this the biggest betrayal scandal in hip-hop history. And just when it seemed like the storm couldn't get any darker, Ace's girlfriend posted a single photo to her story, a black screen with the words, "Everybody not built for the storm." But he is. Fans erupted with support, sharing it across platforms as a symbol of hope. But behind that glimmer of hope was a darker reality, with his cousin, his friend, and now his manager all allegedly working with authorities. The question wasn't just, why was Ace locked up? The question was, does he have anyone left he can trust? The saga closed with one final hacker post, a video montage of all the leaks ending with the words, "This isn't the end. This is only the beginning. More snakes will be exposed." The internet held its breath, wondering who could possibly be next. And now you see why this story isn't just about one arrest. It's about betrayal, snakes in the grass, and the ugly truth that sometimes the people closest to you are the ones plotting your downfall. We just watched Yungeen Ace's world unravel in real time. His cousin texting cops in the middle of the setup. His so-called day one pointing him out to authorities. And his own manager allegedly signing deals behind his back. This isn't a movie script. This is the reality shaking the entire hip-hop world. But here's the question no one can answer yet. If these three have already been exposed, who else is waiting in the shadows? The hackers promised there's more. And if the cousin, the friend, and the manager weren't enough, imagine what happens when the next name drops. That's why you cannot afford to just scroll past this story. Hit that like button right now if you're riding with Ace and tired of watching loyalty crumble. Drop a comment with your theory on who you think the next snake will be, because your voice might end up being the one that predicts the next bombshell. And above all, subscribe immediately, because when the next leak lands, you don't want to be the last one to find out. This storm is only beginning, and missing the next chapter could mean missing the truth that flips this entire case upside down. The streets are watching. Are you watching? Are you?